When I read your book, I always get the impression that you think that Great Britain has been standing for something more than other countries.
Yes, we have.
What?
Well, 1,000 years we've not been occupied. We've stood up for liberty and justice, and we've had it.
Why do you think the British do that?
Parliament sovereignty started in the 13th century here by a few group of people. There were barons who said to the king, "We are not going to supply you with the money necessary to carry on the kingdom unless you look at some of our grievances." Now that was personality, the personality of the English in those days. And gradually it went more and more. So we started the parliamentary sovereignty, the sovereignty of the people.
I know, but
we had one of the most oldest laws because we had the most great judges. We have something called equity and fairness. You would understand that in Sweden. When I'm lecturing in a university in Moscow or in St. Petersburg, I say equity, fairness. They say, "What's that?" You see, they never had any concept of fairness. I said, well, you will understand, because everyone does, decency and honour between people.
But are the British better than other people?
Well, we haven't been defeated.
So you are better?
We've stood up for what we believed in.
But what I hate more than anything else in the world is what Hitler stands for.
But did you fight against him?
Well, I wasn't born.
Did your people fight against him?
I would like to. I would like to have said that my people have fought against him.
So you admit that as a matter of fact, it was America, Canada and Britain that landed on the Normandy beaches.
Yes.
France had been defeated.
But I didn't get the question.
Spain was under fascism. Italy had been under fascism. So you admit all of those things. Yes. And then you say, well, you don't like it if we say we are better. I say we were better at standing up against tyranny. And that is fact. And that is the lesson of history.
Yes, but that wasn't the question from the beginning. I was just going to say that, to me, what Hitler stood for is the worst that, it's the worst in history. But to me, it is a person or a people saying that our people is better than any other people.
But what you're saying by better, what I am saying is, as a matter of fact, it was the Anglo-American alliance that stood up and fought the tyranny which you hate. So did Norway. So did Denmark. So did the Scandinavians as well, who stood up and fought.
What do you think of Sweden?
Sweden was neutral.
What do you think of Sweden?
I think if people had been neutral against Hitler, Hitler would have won. If people had been neutral against Stalin, Stalin would have won.
So you think that Sweden was
No, I am not going to go and say any more.